Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Enchanted Jedi channel. As you can probably see, we've changed places from where we were filming before. It gets really hot. We have no air conditioning there, and so we have changed spots into the man cave. So anyway, so we've changed things up a bit. I hope you can hear us good and the lighting is good. We had tried this video at one time and
it cut us off
because it was too hot. And so anyways, so we're gonna try and do this again, but we are going to talk about the Mandalorian. It's been kind of an exciting time for toy collectors because this line, Hasbro Black Series, they just announced a whole bunch of new stuff that's coming out in the fall or later summer, and we're gonna get the Beskar Armor Mandalorian coming out, and that's exciting, huh, bud? And so and those things are just selling like crazy. I think they're sold out on Amazon already, and so it's just a hot item. But this one was too when it first came out. And this came out back in what was it? October. It was for Triple Force Friday, and they came out with him in the white box. And y'all probably seen on my other videos, I have a white box, but I just don't have it behind us here, so I can't show y'all that example right now. But, I mean, I saw the white box in this one on Triple Force Friday, and after that Triple Force Friday, or at least after probably about that weekend, you just couldn't find them anymore. So, but the little Padawan here, his mom and I gave this to him for Easter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to have the box up here. We had opened it on the video we did before, and I just wanted to pinpoint one thing, and that is the art that's on the box there, the drawing of the Mandalorian there. It was a guy named Gregory Titus that did that artwork, and on the new boxes there's more color to them, and I believe I'd watched another video, and whoever I was watching said that he was no longer doing the artwork for it. So I guess it's a new artist, or maybe it's an in-house artist, or I don't know how they do that stuff. But anyways, the new boxes are, well, I don't want to get too into it. They're doing them on the side now, and it looks a lot like the Marvel Legends boxes. But anyways, but I mean, not that the new ones aren't any good, but I will miss seeing Gregory Titus's art on the front there. And I especially like they do, it seems like it's usually GameStop exclusives that he does like a splash of color on his art with some of those. Let's see. Try and give y'all an example here if I can find it. The Purge Trooper. So you can see there's just a little splash of color that he would do on those boxes, and I just think it made such a difference. And then they started coming out with the gaming grates, and it's you had Jedi Revan with the purple, and anyways, and so I just really like those. But anyways, I guess he won't be doing those anymore. But anyways, there's the box number 94, and we'll get started talking about this Mando here. Do you want to take over, bud, and start telling them about it?
So, Daddy found something new that on our other part of our video that we didn't see that his gun right here attaches to something on his back right here. See that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Uh-oh, we got guys falling here. I'm not the best at maybe posing these guys or whatever. You always just got to kind of mess around with them a little bit, and you can find little things like on the, I didn't have the IG-88 from, I think it was the Blue Line, but they re-released him in the archive, and I never could figure out his guns, and I think I watched another YouTube creator's video, and it showed how to attach them onto his arms, and so I went back, and sure enough, you could do that. And so, I mean, it's kind of interesting on some of these guys how they do little things like that to allow you to put it on them. The difficult thing with him that I haven't figured out is really how to have him hold the gun. There is one position that I can get it like kind of tucked up in there to his shoulder to hold it, and it looks pretty good like that. But anyways, it's pretty cool how they did that with the gun.
Let's see if he can hold 2 guns at a time. Baby.
I don't know if you'll be able to, because I always have to use the 2 arms together to hold that one.
No, the fingers are
Yeah.
together, so he can't do it.
Yeah. So you'd need to do it on that other hand.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, do you want to talk about anything else with him?
This hood right here, I wish it could come on there, on his helmet there.
That you wish it could come off? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then it came off to his head.
Yeah.
So
I know some guys will pop those heads off. Some of the figures you can do that, some you can't. I think you can't do it on some of them. I'm not one to mess with that stuff. I don't like doing that, and so I just kind of get them as they are.
Let's show them how we hold that one.
Okay.
Wait, did we show them last time?
It's okay, bud. We're doing a new video, bud. We're not going to do anything from the old one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here's the little gun. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get it to hold the bigger gun.
There might be just a tiny bit, if you look at it, of weathering on the pistol there, or I guess it's not like a pistol like we think of, but I mean, I think it's a pistol. The whole show's kind of done in an old Clint Eastwood style, but anyways, it does just have a tiny bit, it looks like, on the handle a little bit, and then that top part is just like a gunmetal gray, just kind of looks normal and new. Not a lot of weathering on that.
There's the Mandalorian holding his big gun there.
Obviously, I mean, well, any of you that know anything about guns, we're certainly not going to shoot that gun like that. And so what I like to do with it is pull his arm back in. I was able to do it before. Not sure I'll be able to repeat what I did. But see, you want to try and tuck that gun up against his shoulder there, bud. See how it like kind of fits right up under his shoulder there. So that's a little closer to how you would really hold the gun like that. Maybe you could somehow lay him down, although his head doesn't come back far enough to really do something like that. But I guess if you had him up on a cliff, you know,
then he could look down and
a lot of guys do dioramas and things that you could do stuff like that. But,
like that. I figured out how you do that.
yeah.
And with this little gun,
But
do that.
like I say, I think he's easier to just put this one on his back, and I actually think it's a pretty cool look with the handle up there. Also, I'd like to look at that gun a little bit. I think this is the coolest looking gun that I've seen on any of the Black Series figures. I mean, there's some cool ones, but it's just there's really not much to not like about that show, and the action figures, and this stuff's cool. It could use some weathering. I mean, it looks almost straight out of the shop to me. Like that wood looks perfect. It doesn't look like really much of any weathering on it to me. The metal part might have a little bit of weathering, and so there's that. But now some of it on this part, we might have rubbed a little bit of the paint off just sticking it into his back there, his back shoulder. And so anyways, but there's the gun. I wanted to point out his cape or tunic, whatever you want to call that thing. On him it's rubber, and so I always like the cloth ones myself. I wish that it was, was that. But I think for a plastic cape, it does, I mean, it is kind of movable. I mean, it's not real stiff, and so I do like that. And I do like the look of the cape. I mean, all the lines, the shape of how it's folded on him and everything, all of that looks really good. So I like him with the cape, though. I wouldn't want to take his head off and take the cape off or anything. I think it looks good like that. We will go over some positioning here a little bit. If you move his head back, that's as far back as it goes. So let y'all look at that there. I mean, he really doesn't look up real well, but that's just part of the figure and how it's made. Looking down, that's looking down. I mean, there's just really not much to looking down. Now the side to side is okay. I mean, it's not, if you go back the other way, it's not too much. It's probably more the other way, but anyways, there's enough there to, give him some attitude, I guess. So I do like that. And then the elbows bend at 90 degrees. The left one probably doesn't bend quite as much. Maybe they're about the same. But the wrists rotate around there. You can probably see that one. And then they come in some. So you can see how that one comes in. I'm breaking his elbow here. This wrist just goes up and down like this, if y'all can see that. Then you have the legs. They come up so and then go back not too far. This leg about the same, doesn't go back too far. And it comes up just a little bit. I think it may not come up as much as that other one comes up just a little more. And then the knees, I don't know if they have the double joint on the knees. Doesn't look like they do. I can't seem to get it. So it may not have the double joint on him, on the knees there. But then the foot bends down pretty good. Let's see. Bends up, okay. I wouldn't say positioning wise that this figure maybe does the best as far as some of that. Like he's not real movable, but I'm sure to some extent it's the armor on him. You can see his elbows don't come, or the shoulders don't come out really at all because of the shoulder pad there. The other one's kind of the same way, but they do come up real fluidly. I mean, they move pretty well like that. So his tilt forward, I mean, that's about it. There's a little bit of movement in the torso there to have him bend down, and then bending back, that's about how far he goes. So there's his good morning stretch right there. Anyways, Well, you have anything else you want to add, bud?
I wanted to tell you this, guys. Tell us anything that we don't know about Mandalorian that you guys do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Please.
And anything about Baby Yoda, Mandalorian's friend, that he found him. Make sure that you tell us how is Baby Yoda and old Yoda different.
That's a good idea, bud. But please do leave comments and likes
Comment down below
on the video. It really helps out the channel. And we'd love to hear from anybody, any even recommendations or advice on the channel. We'll take any pointers we can get. Hope the lighting is good here. If not, we'll try and fix that down the road. But anyways, I guess that's it for now.
Deuces, bro.
We'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
Deuces. Give us a thumbs up or give it a like. If you want to give it both, give it both.